5 Stars on Game Day One is brought to you by Veolia. Be sure to click on to veolia.us to learn more about their conservation program today to learn how to save money and save water.
5 Stars of the week in boys basketball. It was a very fun week, very good week getting into league play. It is going to be a lot of fun to watch these matchups, a lot of rivalry games. Check out Southern Westchester with the Mount Vernon, Scarsdale, Mamaroneck, New Rochelle. Those are going to be great. None of those guys, though, make this week's 5 Stars. We have a very good week of 5 Stars, including, we'll start with the rivalry matchup. That was Suffern, North Rockland. Our first member of the 5 Stars, brought to you by Veolia, is Jake Pampolina of Suffern. Jake has been so good all season long. Obviously, last year led his Suffern Mounties to the Class AA championship game, losing to Peekskill. Now they're in AAA, and he has them very much in the hunt. Pampolina, huge week, 2 wins over North Rockland first on Wednesday. 21 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds. They won that game 73-66. They obviously did a lot of scoring, and he was in the middle of all of it in so many different ways. And then he followed that up with 25 points, 4 boards, 3 assists in a win over Ramapo. Suffern, right now, they've won 5 games in a row. They are 9-1 overall, getting into the meat of their schedule, and they're a team to watch out for. They could very easily nab one of the top, maybe a number 1 seed in Class AAA. Going to be a lot of fun to watch them down the stretch. Next member of the 5 Stars, a team that's rising in Class AAA. That is Ossining under new head coach Tyler Gallery and Dante Couch. That's a name you have to learn. 6'5" junior forward, 6'4" junior forward, and he has been terrific. And he kind of helped turn the season around for them in the middle of the year. They are now one of the hottest teams. They go 3-0 last week. They lost last Saturday to an undefeated Mamaroneck team. He's now averaging 17 points and 5 assists on the week in the effort. And kind of the game that shows us how far the Ossining team has come. They beat Arlington last week. 21 points, 7 boards, 5 assists, 5 blocks for Couch. He followed it up with 13 points in a blowout win over Lincoln, and then 16 points in a win over Fox Lane in a very balanced effort for his team. Dante Couch, as we said, name to learn out of Ossining. Just across the county, over to Byram Hills, Zach Efobi is our next member of the 5 Stars. Efobi, listen, he has been a guy, he's obviously a dominant inside presence player, doesn't put up huge offensive scoring numbers all season long. Obviously, with the loss of Brody Seisler in the backcourt, they sort of need somebody to kind of pick up the burden. We saw Chris Amanetto do it, but Efobi has just really kind of answered the call on the interior for the Bobcats. He was never better than he was this past week. In 3 wins over Newburgh, Section 9 AAA powerhouse, 13 points, 18 rebounds, blocked 5 shots. Then he goes and takes a Harrison team. Harrison's very good inside. This is really the strength of that team. They're just dominant, physical, really rough and tough inside. He goes for 14 rebounds, blocked 5 shots in that game. And then, maybe the best effort of his career, on Friday night against Tappan Zee, a game they were losing by 18 points. Come back and win. He had 13 points, 17 rebounds, and 6 blocks as Byram Hills just sort of out-physical Tappan Zee and sort of beat them in their defensive style game, and Efobi just in the middle of it all. He was terrific. Crosstown, we go to Westlake. Our next member of the 5 Stars is Marcus Jackette. Hard to keep Marcus Jackette out of this 5 Stars every single week because of the numbers that he puts up. He was really good again last week. Follows up a big win over Putnam Valley. Only had 14 points in that game, but 29 points on the road to beat previously unbeaten Rhinebeck for Westlake, and then did one a little bit better, 30 points on Friday night in a comeback win over Blindbrook, which was really good win for this Westlake team, and he was probably at his best in the 4th quarter. So Marcus Jackette is our next member of the 5 Stars from Westlake. And then our final member of the 5 Stars, let's go to Yonkers, let's go to Obama. Seediya, Jabby. Obviously, Obama is a team that came into the season with some high hopes. Being in Class A now is going to be really tough for them to compete game in, game out. Suffered, they won the Yonkers City tournament. Then they lost to Roosevelt this past week. Yonkers City rival, the team they beat in the championship. Tough setback, and Jabby helped pick them up this week by helping them win, getting MVP effort in their first ever victory in the Friends versus Kansas tournament that they host every single year. All the 4 coaches all close, and Jabby was at the middle of it. 16 points, 12 rebounds, 3 blocks on Friday in a win over Valhalla. And then the big man comes against Clarkstown North. 14 points, 11 rebounds, 2 blocks, as we said, earning MVP honors, first win for Obama in that tournament. So congratulations to Obama, and congratulations to our members of the 5 Stars. That's going to do it for this week. Again, just another great week of basketball ahead. We'll see you next Monday.